Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is Amanda Dabbles. I'm basically trying to answer the question, what should I do with my life? Which I know is a big question, and I don't have one clear answer. I quit my job in the past couple of months, and now I'm trying to figure out that next step with a baby in tow. And I am dabbling, exploring, trying different things to try to answer that very difficult question. I have a lot of interests, and one area of interest is in the art and creative space. I love arts and crafts. I'm currently working on a temperature blanket, and I love drawing and doodling digitally and traditionally. So today I thought that I would try out this turn this mess into art book. If you're anything like me, and maybe you were creative through high school or you expressed interest in that at some point in your younger years, you probably got a lot of arts related gifts for holidays. So I have so many, kits, books, things like that people have gotten me over the years. And I'm always so grateful for those gifts because they're truly the kinds of things that I want, and I'm so excited to try them. And then, I don't know, life has happened. I have all of these supplies, all of these books that just never get started, never get explored. So I figured, why not do that today? This book specifically is Turn This Mess into Art. And my understanding, just opening it up a brief moment just to see what it was, is that it's a bunch of unfinished line drawings. So you may notice that I have this set up here. Pretty excited about it so that I can do some overhead shots, but I'm also going to have my main camera over here so that you can see my face if you care about that. Otherwise, if you prefer a disembodied voice, let me know. But I just have a very basic marker, black marker, and I'm hoping that it's not dried out. And I'm going to just open up this book and, I don't know, try doodling and drawing some things, and I'll chat as I do so. And just turning on my phone camera. All right, let's get into it. So just opening up this book, as you can see, there are just random scribbles, basically. And I believe the intention of the author of this book is for you to pick some of these random scribbly drawings and turn them into your own creation. This is kind of like a reverse coloring book. I don't know if anybody out there is familiar with those, but they seem really fun. I don't have one, I've never tried, but I probably will at some point. Basically, a reverse coloring book is where you have blobs of different colors. A lot of times I think they're made with watercolors, so people will make, abstract splotches, splotches, splashes of colors, and then you will draw outlines around them. So it's reverse coloring because you're adding lines to the color as opposed to adding color in between the lines. So this kind of reminds me of that, but it's just a little bit more basic and focused on line drawing. And I'm just gonna look through and see what is jumping out at me. All right, well, this one is, I think, reminding me of a light bulb filament. So I'm gonna go ahead and just doodle with that, and then we can chat as I do so. I like this new camera rig, but I feel like it shakes sometimes, and I'm not really sure how to avoid that. Hopefully I'll figure it out at some point. This light bulb is really lopsided. Alright, well that was the first one. Let's go find something else. Alright, this one's kind of making me think of ribbon dancing, so I'm gonna attempt this one next. I'm just drawing a little person here. I'm not great at drawing people. I think I usually tend to do them in kind of this like anatomical way because I just can't really make them super realistic. They're kind of like dancing slash like falling. I feel like they're like leaning back. Maybe they're grabbing the floor. Add some hair here. Let's see how we can connect these other things to make this more like a ribbon. Yeah, I don't want that, but you know, we're just doodling here. This one kind of struck me as I went through earlier, so I think I'm gonna attempt to do something with this. This kind of reminds me of a piece of broccoli now for some reason, so I think I'm gonna add some little broccoli stalk. And then these kind of look almost like little hands. And then on this side, the hand is kind of backwards and the fingers feel a little bit more pointy, but that's all right. I'm gonna add a head here. Just adding some very, very messy hair. Some ears. This is like a, I don't know, little child that's eating his broccoli. Let's find some other things to do. Oh, I was going to say that I really like, when there are really nice puffy clouds in the sky, I really like looking for shapes and animals and people and everything in the clouds. So this kind of reminds me a little bit of that. I've actually seen a book on Amazon that is exactly that. I'm pretty sure it's pictures of clouds that someone put together and you make them into little doodles. That sounds kind of appealing. Anybody in my life watching this, that's a good Christmas gift idea for me. But actually, I might end up with like 5 of them or something. So maybe coordinate with someone. Coordinate with my husband first before getting one. But yeah, this really reminds me a bit of that. And so I would like to try to do this one now, but it's a little bit hard to, I'm gonna turn on the light, I think, because I feel like the shadow of my hand is kind of awkward here. Alright, so I like this bottom one. It kind of reminds me of some cupcakes. Like, these are cupcake tops. So I'm gonna do some little cupcakes. Oh my gosh, I used to love drawing cupcakes. I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna try to make this like kind of like a nice icing topping. We're gonna see how it goes. It's been a very long time since I've done cupcake doodles. And actually, you know what I wish I had done? I wish that I hadn't drawn this little ridged part. I wish that I had left that kind of open, because then I could have done more of like a swirl on the top here, and it wouldn't be interrupted by this ugly thing that I did. Oh well. Alright, well, that wasn't the best cupcake I've ever done, but we've got a few more attempts that we can make here. You know, we're really just not going for perfect here today. I know that I've been keeping to my every other week video goal so far, but I'm not gonna lie to you, this week I was like, what am I gonna do? I have all these ideas, but it's just really time is not on my side, it feels like. My baby has been having some fussiness during the day and trouble napping, so that's been my priority, because you know, sleep for babies is really important, and I did not realize that they were so adamant about not napping even when they're tired, and the problems that that can cause for everyone involved for later sleep later in the day, or in the night rather. So that's been a big focus for me recently. That and trying to get back into a good exercise routine, because I don't know about you all, but for me, sleep and exercise, of course, you know, food and water too. Hopefully that goes without saying, but those are really foundational for my just overall well-being. So if I don't have good sleep, if I don't have enough movement, getting, you know, my endorphins up, I am just a very grumpy person. So those have been my biggest priorities, and you know, taking care of a baby all day, it's no joke. I did not realize, and especially when they get older and they don't nap quite as much, it is not for the faint of heart. All right, what kind of topping should I do for this last one? I'm thinking I'm gonna try doing like a fancier one with flowers around it, I think. Some like flower, icing flowers. I'm gonna just add a little base here first. I'm really just trying to embrace the idea of done is better than perfect. I am a recovering perfectionist for sure, so I am constantly fighting that, and I'm balancing, you know, sticking to my goals, especially for example my goal of posting one video every other week on this channel, with the quality that I want it to be, because you know, time is limited, and for all the reasons I said before. And then the reason I thought of that is because that's how I'm treating this exercise right now with these doodles. I'm saying, you know what, I'm creating, I'm using my hand muscles in a way that they haven't been used in a little while. That is worthwhile in and of itself, even if I am not making the most beautiful thing that I can make or I've ever made. At least I am doing it, right? That's my philosophy right now. And relatedly, I have a lot of goals and a lot of aspirations across several different areas. If you've watched my first video on this channel, you know what I'm talking about. I have a lot of other areas I wanted to explore. Just ways that I could start my own little business, or, you know, again, kind of the what am I going to do with my life question. And I'm just really having to be realistic with myself and not push myself too hard with everything else going on life-wise. It's really difficult for me. I really want to just, you know, hit the ground running and have so much momentum that I feel like is within me that wants to come out in these different ways, but it's just not where we are right now. So one step at a time, doing what I can, that is the goal. So that basically covered up what was there already very significantly. But I don't hate it. I mean, there's kind of a random pattern to the icing. I was thinking kind of like icing that has the ridges in it. I'm not a baker, so I really don't know what I'm talking about, but hopefully any of you bakers out there know the proper term for that. Maybe you could tell me in the comments. It's random, but I don't hate it. Let's see what else we could do in here. Well, these seem like easy ones that, I don't know if any of you used to doodle when you were younger, little flying bugs, but I always used to doodle flying bugs that made paths like this. So this looks like a good one to attempt and to just round out our video today. Are there any others in here? That are calling to me. This one's making me think of like outer space, like Star Wars, when they jump into the, I can't remember what it's called. Gosh, I can't remember anything today. Let's see. I'm gonna make this into a small flower. Rookie mistake. My camera stopped recording and I did not realize that was going to happen. It has happened before, but I thought it was kind of a fluke, but now I think that there's some kind of time limit to a session on the camera. So I will keep that in mind for the future, and let's quickly review what I doodled today. So here was our rain shower with flowers. Here was our small child about to munch on some broccoli. Here's our first one, which was a very wonky light bulb, but we were just warming up. With our second one with our very wonky ribbon dancer. Again, still warming up. Here's our cupcakes. This one was really fun. Like I said, I loved drawing and doodling cupcakes when I was younger, so that was fun to remember that. And here is our flying bugs and a couple of flowers. So that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was different than things I've done before, but I'm still very new at this, so I'm exploring, experimenting, and I'm open to any feedback. So anything you want to see more of, less of, are you interested in me continuing this trying new things series? Do you have ideas for things you want me to try for the first time? I am all ears. I enjoyed getting back into doing some doodling, doing something creative, as this is definitely an area of my life that's been missing and lacking, and it feels really great to have some time carved out to do it now and be able to share it with you all and, you know, connect with anybody else out there who maybe also likes to doodle, also is creative, also is trying to find that creative spark or just spark in general in their life. That is very much where I am right now. So until I see you again, I'm hoping that you are doing well, wishing you health, wealth, happiness, and take care.